Alright, what's up boys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing this map. I don't know how to say the name, but this is what we're playing. This is actually just a playthrough. I am doing a voiceover. We are doing the subscriber Q&A today. So I asked you guys in recent videos to ask me a bunch of questions so we can do a little Q&A video. That is today's video. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so first up, Diamond Wolf. He's got a few questions for me. 1, are you going to add any horror mods to your Minecraft world? That would be cool to do. I don't know of many of them. And to be honest with you, Minecraft takes a lot of time to record and edit a video. So I'm trying to figure out a better, more efficient way to do that. But I am into it. I think it would be a lot of fun. 2, if you can bring any custom zombie perk to be an official COD Zombies perk, which one would it be and why? This is going to be such an unpopular opinion. Absolutely flopperades. Without a doubt, no question. I don't know if that's actually a thing in real COD. I don't think it is, though. Flopperades 100%. 3, what favorite custom zombies video that you made? Probably either Nightmare with Bobby. Very fantastic map. Oh my goodness, it's so well done. Or the Andrew Tate escape map with all the boys. That map is just so much fun when we were trying to figure it out. What a blast. Truly enjoyed it. Number 4, favorite SpongeBob character? Either Patrick or Larry the Lobster, for sure. 5, will you ever stop hating on Mule Kick? Absolutely not. Honestly, look guys. I know I get a lot of crap for it. If it's not a super hectic map, and it's like I can survive and I don't have to reload cancel to survive, I'll get Mule Kick. But the maps that I play a lot of the times are very hectic. I have to reload cancel. I have to spam that thing just to survive. So honestly, Mule Kick's a hindrance more than it's like a blessing in a lot of cases. But maybe one day. Who knows? 6, favorite wonder weapon? Dude, lately it has been the Acid Gat. The Acid Gat has been so sick. I'm a big fan of that weapon. 7, if you could collab with any big custom zombies YouTuber, which one would you choose? I honestly, I feel like the obvious choice would be Noah. A lot of people, this is funny, a lot of people comment in my videos, they say, you remind me of FPS Psycho. Y'all should collab. I have gotten that comment so many times. And I don't really understand it because I think he's like British or something. He's different. He's not from America, I don't think. So I don't know where the similarities are, but one of them would be pretty sick. Honestly, I don't pay attention much to the zombie community directly because I know there was a lot of drama there for a second, and I'm not really sure how or why that happened. But from my point of view, everyone in the zombies community has been pretty dope, pretty cool people. You Always Win, Noah, Chrism, FPS Psycho, like everyone's pretty cool. So anyone would really be a great choice. I'd say top 2 would probably be Noah or FPS Psycho for sure. All right, next, Bobert Mario 95. Question, besides video games, what other hobbies do you have? So I am an absolute fitness freak. Like I lift every day of my life, usually 5 days a week really, but I try to lift every single day of my life. It's like my biggest passion ever since I've kind of become an adult. I used to be a basketball fiend. I played like since I was 2 years old, all the way up to the end of high school. Ended up getting injured and whatnot and kind of fell out of love with it. But that's when I picked up lifting weights, bodybuilding in a way. So yeah, lifting weights is definitely my biggest thing. I do work a lot. The job that I have, I do work quite a bit. YouTube has been an absolutely awesome thing to pick up. I'm so happy I'm doing YouTube. It's such a blast. It's such a fun time. But I would say fitness, like lifting weights, YouTube, hanging out with friends, of course. But yeah, really work. I do work a lot, guys. Gage Rebel asks, how long have you been going, buddy? I assume you're talking about YouTube. If we're talking about life, I am 28 years old. I've been doing YouTube for like 2 or 3 years now, and it's been really cool. It's been a slow, steady progress, but just meeting you guys, building the community, it's been really cool. So I'm about 2 years in, I think. The channel's birthday was actually on June 4th or June 2nd. So just a couple days ago. Patty asks, Mitch, what do you do for work? I technically would say that I sell equipment. I sell technology, mostly hardware. Some of it is software. It's not a fancy job, so I don't want you to think I'm working at Apple or anything. It's a relatively small company, but I basically just sell hardware and software in the technology space. That's basically it. Yeah, that's basically it. All right, next up, Tess Maze has a few questions. Are you in for collabs? I would be. I think it'd be pretty cool. Number 2, what do you look like? Ooh, should we do a face reveal? Oh my goodness. Should we put the face out there? I am a 6'2", 240-pound, bald white man. That is my description. That's what I say I would look like. If y'all really want me to do a face reveal, I'm sure I could. I'm sure I would. You know, I kind of like being anonymous and having my privacy, but if y'all really want me to do it, maybe we could talk about it. Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see a face reveal? 3, what would you do if you didn't do YouTube? So I'm a relatively small YouTuber, so I don't want y'all to think that doing this channel is making me a bunch of money. It is absolutely not. It's very helpful, you know, in day-to-day bills and life and all that stuff. Very cool. It's a blessing to be able to do. But I don't want y'all to think that I'm like, this is my only job. I'm making millions of dollars. Absolutely not. The amount of work that I put in on YouTube, dollar amount to work-wise, I am making far below minimum wage. Just the full transparency there. So just to get that out of the way, if I didn't do YouTube, what else would I be doing? I would probably try to start a business. I'm very into like entrepreneurship, you know, trying to build your own things, create things. So it would probably be a business. Like I said, I do have a full-time job. I do like fitness every single day of my life. I work out every day. But yeah, I think it would probably be some kind of building a business. And question 4, you're doing great. Keep up the good work. That is not a question, but thank you so much. All right, Yamalinski, what is your favorite wonder weapon? Like I said, I think it's the Acid Gat. Lately, that gun has been so cool. I've been a big fan. Honestly, ever since Poop of the Dead, that gun has been the tits for me. Just Touch Me 1. Awesome map. My question is, when are you and Monkey Duck going to play one of these maps? Both your humor would be so funny together. I honestly don't know who Monkey Duck is. I will check him out as I post this or as I edit this video. But who knows? Like I said, I'm into collabs. I don't know if it's like I've never done one before, right? So I don't really know how to do it. What's the best way to do it? It's all a mystery to me. I'd have to actually do it just to see if it would work. But who knows? Maybe in the near future. That would be cool. Okay, next. This guy has a lot of questions. I'm sorry I cut your name off. Pretty sure this is the same legend that left so many questions last Q&A. So shout out to you, buddy. Number 1, what inspired you to start your YouTube channel? How did you come up with the name mitchypoo? What inspired me to do it is, I've said this before, but I'll go through the whole story again because I think it's useful. I was playing video games. I've played video games my whole life. I was in school. It took me a rather long time to get through school, like much longer than anyone should take. And I was playing video games. I was kind of failing in school, kind of putting my work off, which was a terrible thing to do. I would never recommend that. And I kind of decided like, all right, I need to be done with video games. I need to hang it up, sell my PC, and just focus on what matters. That's kind of where my brain was. And then I was living with some buddies at the time, and they kept saying like, let's play zombies, let's play COD. And then one day, Bobby, y'all have seen him on the channel. He was my roommate back in the day. He came upstairs. He's like, bro, turn on your PC. We're playing zombies right now. I don't care if you want to or not. And so I started playing with him. It was fun. We probably played like 3 days to a week. I don't know, something like that. And in my brain, I was like, look, if I'm going to play video games, there has to be a purpose behind it. And so I eventually just made the decision like, look, I'm playing the games. I'm going to post them. I just started posting to YouTube. And that's kind of how I got started. And ever since, it's kind of taken off a little bit. You know, we're almost at 10,000 subs, which is crazy. Thank you guys so much for the support. But yeah, that's kind of how I started. And how did you come up with the name Mitchypoo? Honestly, I love Winnie the Pooh. I follow a YouTuber, Max Tuning. He is a fitness guy. He just sold a sour company for like $100 million. Congrats to him. But he also says poo on a lot of words. And I was like, dude, I say this all the time. I'm going to add this to my name. Bada bing. It worked perfect. 2, what's your favorite video to make so far and why? I think it's the Andrew Tate escape map, just because of how hectic it is and how much fun me and the boys had playing it. Really enjoyable map. I would highly recommend. 3, how do you stay motivated to consistently create content, especially when views or engagement are low? So this is it's a really good question. It's not easy, I will tell you that. If you're just starting and you have like these, if you're really motivated to make YouTube videos and that's what you want to do, and you put out a video and it gets 1 view and it's probably your own view, it's not very motivating. I would tell you to, if you're doing this yourself, if you're looking to do this yourself, I would say consistently upload. Like, just make a hard set schedule and say, look, I'm going to edit, or I'm going to upload 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Sunday, regardless. No matter how bad I feel, no matter how busy I am, no matter how much sleep I'm going to lose, which is not a good thing. I'm just saying, I do that quite a bit. But you have, honestly, this is honest advice. You have to treat it more like a job than just playing video games. And that's something that I would kind of tell people if they're looking to get into content and make YouTube videos or any type of videos. I would just understand going into it, it's going to be more of a job than it is not a job. Like, a lot of people think you're just making, or you're just playing games, you just post the video and that's kind of the end of it. But in the real world, it's more so, I have a video today, I have to make a video. Even if you're sick, I have to make a video. You know, stuff like that goes on. So I would just understand it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. You have to be very intentional about it. But honestly, to me, might not be worth it to some people. Like I said, I'm probably making far below minimum wage. But to me, it's worth it. The ability to create and, you know, get with you guys, the community, it's been legendary. And the potential for what this channel could be one day, in my opinion, makes it worth it. So it's tough to stay motivated, but it is a really good time. 4, what hobbies do you have besides playing zombies? Like I said, fitness, big one, hanging out with friends. I do work a lot, and yeah, that's kind of my life currently. 5, how do you handle negative comments or criticism online? So honestly, you guys have been extremely positive in almost every single video. I've rarely gotten mean or negative comments. Some of the ones that I get kind of make me feel some type of way, and I kind of say, like, you know, I'll reply. I'll say that doesn't really make sense, but okay. Some of them I just brush off. It's not a big deal, you know. Some people don't like it, some people do like it, so it's a process. It's really, think about it though. You can't do anything. You know, you're not going to change their mind or make them like the video if they didn't like it. So at the end of the day, you just got to brush it off. 6, if you could collaborate with any YouTuber or celebrity, who would it be and what kind of video would you make? Ooh, the celebrity part throws an interesting loop into that. You know, if we're talking strictly zombies, I would probably say FPS Psycho. Just because he's popping off. The dude's a legend. He makes great content. He clearly knows what he's doing, and it looks like he has a really good time playing the game, which I also do. And I think that's like an enjoyable, you know, I think that's a good environment. If you're actually enjoying what you're doing, I think that creates for a great environment. If it's a celebrity, man, that's tough. You know, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna give the safe answer. I'm gonna go with Joe Rogan, and I would literally just say, I would just want to talk to him. It could be on a podcast or it could not be on a podcast. I would just want to talk to him, really. And by no means am I saying I should be on the Joe Rogan podcast. I have 9,000 subs. I'm very self-aware. But just like being able to talk to him would be pretty sick. 7, where do you see your channel in the next year or two? Any exciting plans or changes coming up? So I would like to continue the Black Ops 3 custom zombies. I think that would be sick. I would like to implement World at War Zombies on the second channel. Maybe some other games as well, like other zombie games as well. The idea of the second channel is to integrate different games and different genres and whatnot. So that is definitely the plan for the future. For the main channel, I want to strictly keep it Black Ops 3 Zombies, ideally, and just continue to grow the channel. That would be ideal. But honestly, you never know. You never know what could happen. 8, will you ever in the future play some maps with subscribers? Yes, I said this a couple days ago. I think it'd be really cool. I think doing a live stream also would be sick. And to tie back to that last question, I would love to do some live streams in the future. So if y'all are down for that, let me know. A lot of y'all have said, you know, let's do a live stream. It'd be so much fun. And I would love to do it. I really do want to do it. It's just finding the time in the day is the tough part. But that is a goal of mine. I would love to do some live streams in the near future. 9, what are your top 5 favorite video games of all time besides BO3? Ooh, okay, you ready? You ready for this? I'm going to go Minecraft for sure. This will be unpopular. MW 2019 Verdansk Warzone. Whew, when that first came out, so much fun. 3, I'm going to say, what's it called? What is it called? Not Super... Yeah, it's Super Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. From Nintendo. Man, that was fun. Goated game. 4, I'm going to say Zelda from Nintendo. That was also an extremely great game. Honestly, I'm probably missing some, so don't hold this against me. What would 5 be? For 5, I'm just going to put this in here. Just the 2K, NBA 2K genre in general, mostly like back in the day. I have probably put 10,000 hours into NBA 2K. Like I said, I was a basketball fiend back in the day. So probably 2K at number 5. And 10, last but not least, how do you keep your sanity whilst playing all these challenge maps whilst dying over and over again? Great question. Sometimes it is extremely tough. Like I said, in some cases, you just have to focus. You got to treat it like a job. You got to have fun. You got to get it done. And that is what I do. For example, Banana Tower, L Gaming Tower, Nebula Tower, those maps, boys, so stressful, so enraging. But when you when you finally progress and sometimes beat it, oh, it's such a good feeling. Also, have a great day and keep up the work, man. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate the questions. Next up, Zaki Glover. If you could play other games that you like to post on your YouTube channel, what would those games be? This post is for the Q&A. Love your content. Thank you so much. Minecraft would be one of them. Like I said, it takes a lot of time to edit those videos and make them. So I'm trying to find out a better way to do it. But Minecraft for sure, that is just a great game in my opinion. And it's got staying power forever. Warzone would be one of them, but honestly, Call of Duty is just dropping the ball. They are making that game so rigged as far as like pay to win stuff and microtransactions and whatnot. So I'm kind of falling out of love with Warzone a little bit, which I'm sad to say, but they're doing it to themselves. It's not my fault, not my problem. If this was me like 5 years ago, I would have said Fortnite because Fortnite was popping off. Nowadays, not so much. Honestly, though, GTA 6. When GTA 6 comes out, I will be posting that probably on the main channel, maybe on the second channel. Either or. That is going to be a fun game. I already know it. I am very excited for it. But I do have a PC, and I'm pretty sure they're not releasing it on the PC immediately. So I need to figure that out, but that is also a game I would love to post. Next up, Daniel Munos asks, will you ever do a meet and greet? And if yes, which state? Great question. I've never thought about it, mostly because I'm such a tiny YouTuber. Like maybe one person would show up. But say we somehow grow and get 500,000 subs and things are popping off. I think it'd be really cool. I definitely would be interested in doing it. It would be pretty dope to meet you guys. I live in Texas, so not entirely sure, but honestly, that's a long ways away. I don't think we're doing a meet and greet anytime soon, although it would be really fun. Houston Alexander asks, question, do you live in the UK? Because sometimes I notice you have an accent. Was just curious. I do not. I live in Dallas, Texas, in the United States. I do have a lot of accents that I use. Like, not even just gaming, in every day-to-day life. I don't know why. It's just a thing. I am not from the UK, but I appreciate you asking. Also, Houston Alexander, also, are you a car guy or not really? Absolutely a car guy. I only hate that they're so expensive, or else I would probably have 100 cars, but yeah, definitely am. I currently drive a Ford Raptor, which I love. My dream car would be a GT3 RS, a little Porsche. Absolutely love cars. If I could, if I was financially capable, I would have so many cars. It would be like a GTA garage, for real. Absolutely. Thank you for the question. Next up, Tim Foolery. Could you do a Last of Us playthrough or maybe like react to the episodes on this channel? If not, I get it, but could you give like a response in the Q&A? That'd be cool. I enjoyed The Last of Us when I played it. It was long time ago on like the PS4 maybe. But I did really enjoy it. If you guys want me to do it, absolutely. You know, I think honestly that might be something that I would post and it might get like 80 views. So it probably wouldn't do very well. But if there's enough of y'all that are like, yo, do this, it would be sick. Shoot, your boy is down. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that game. Next, Asa the Evil One. Are you naturally bald or you choose to be bald for looks? So I'm not naturally bald. I can grow hair. But my family does have the classic male pattern baldness. So although I can grow hair, I wouldn't look very good if I had it. So I do choose to cut it off and go slick. Fortunately, I do like the way I look bald. I do like the shape of my head. I do have a beard. I'm very blessed. So it is a choice, but it is a choice that I'm very happy with. Next, Jonah Reynolds. What's your favorite cheese or food that has cheese within it? Pizza, 100%. Pizza all the way. And I'm just going to add to your question. Favorite pizza on this earth? I would love to hear y'all's comments. Me and my friends debate about this all the time. If we're going fast food, this is going to be unpopular. I am a Papa John's dude all the way. 100%. Papa John's first, Domino's second, Pizza Hut and everything else I wouldn't touch. Absolutely not. So yeah. Also, Grimaldi's. If you haven't had Grimaldi's, goated pizza spot. Next, Talent Kid, your YouTube profile picture an accurate representation of you? Not really. It's it's not really. The old one I had, which was like a, I don't know, like a Google picture. Like, I didn't even know where it came from. Much more accurate to what I look like. The new one is like nice and cute and chubby, and it looks, you know, it kind of looks like a little miniature character. I don't know. It doesn't really look like me, but I did like the look of it, the professionalism like of it. Man, I just got to do a face reveal, huh? I gotta show y'all what I look like. It doesn't really look like me, face or body, but I do like it. I hope you guys do too. But no, it's not an accurate representation, really. I am a bald white man, though, so it's kind of similar. All right, next up, Black Rat Cat. He's got a few questions. He's got a lot of questions for us. Oh, my goodness. All right. Number one, favorite BO3 custom perk as of recent. First, I would say Floppernades. Flopper. If that's not considered custom, I would probably say Banana Colada. Number two, out of all the custom wonder weapons, which one do you like the most? Acid Gat. 3, what did you think of BO6 Zombies? I thought it was fun. I just hate the fact that there's no custom maps. Really does bother me. Like, there's a whole community of modders and map creators that can make amazing things, but they won't give us the tools to do it. And that's what bothers me. If Black Ops 6 had custom maps, I would be all over that game. But it doesn't, so it's fun, but it gets a little bit old. 4, will you be using the Olympia in BO6? Probably not. 5, if someone made you your very own custom zombie map, what would you want it to be all about? Ooh, probably food. I'm a big fella. I like food, man. I love food. So if it was based around food, that would be sick. 6, M14 or Olympia. M14 all the way. 7, B23R or RK5. Honestly, those are interchangeable to me. I would use either one of them perfectly content. 8, now take your chance from question 6 and your choice from 7 and pick one over the other. So we will finally know what the best starting gun. So M14 versus either of those. Ooh. See, I like the way you did that because I would choose the B23R 100%. Very nice. Very nice. B23R 100%. 9, out of all the custom map makers, who would you say has the most enjoyable maps in general? Ooh. That's tough. I got a lot of map makers that I like. Dummy, legend. Ice Grenade, legend. VU Flub, legend. You Always Win. I haven't played many of his maps, but he is a legend. As of late, I would say VU Flub. He's made a lot of maps that I really do enjoy. They're very difficult, but they're a lot of fun to play. All right, 10. I see you playing Cheesecube again, so which one is the best? This might be biased because I just beat it, but probably Cheesecube Volume 3. I really do like that one. 11. When are you playing Roblox COD Zombies games like Michelle's Zombies? I just made that, right? Yeah, I just made a one-window Michael's zombie thing, I think. If that's what you're talking about. If not, let me know in the comments. 12. Will you end up playing the mod that turns BO3 into BO6? What? That's a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. Link me that if you got that. I'll check it out. 13. Do you think BO3 deserves to be the best zombies game, excluding the modding and customs? Just the base game. Ooh. You know, it's either BO3 or World at War, in my opinion. BO6 is probably short behind it, but BO3 or World at War for me. Mostly World at War because it's nostalgic, but either of those. 14, is there any perks you would like to see returning to modern zombies? Absolutely. Like Black Ops 3 perks, bro. They were sick. Why did we get rid of these perks? Why did Black Ops 6 get rid of double tap? Like, what sense does that make? I know it's back now, but like, why would you even do that? Also, like, Flopperade feature, that's just a dope feature. I don't know why you would want to get rid of something like that. So I'd say double tap. Flopperades would be cool. I don't know if Widow's Wine is a thing or not in the new one. But yeah, like, literally just bring all of them. They're all so goated. 15, I'm running out of zombie-related questions. InNOut or Waterburger? Oof. I will take down both of these things without issue. Like, I love them equally, but I would say I eat Waterburger more, for sure. 16, if any custom map would be put into official zombies, what map would you choose? It would be Nightmare. It would be Nightmare. Nightmare is a beautifully done map. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Just search Nightmare on my channel. Very nice horror-styled map. So well done. 17, Origins or Buried? I am going to say Buried just because I never actually played Origins until my brother forced me to play it. So yeah, Buried all the way. 18, which traffic is worse to drive in? Austin or Houston or Dallas traffic? Me personally, I'm picking Dallas traffic over the other two any day. You know what? Dallas traffic's pretty bad. I went to Mexico and I had to fly back to Houston for some reason, like for a layover or something. And I ended up driving back to Dallas from Houston. That was miserable. Houston traffic sucks. Houston, boy, it's rough. I don't know. I think it's either Dallas or Houston, in my opinion. 19, have you considered playing World at War Custom Zombies? Absolutely. I've done it before, but I would love to post it on the second channel in the near future. If y'all have any maps that y'all want me to play, drop some recommendations. 20, would you consider doing a tier list for every official Zombies map ever, going through and playing every COD game with zombie mod, ranking maps, and games? That would be very cool. I would love to do that. It would take a lot of time, but I think that would be a really good idea for the future. Absolutely. 21. Let's see. Well, since I'm doing a classic muscle car challenge at the moment, what is your favorite classic muscle car? Ooh. You know, the me 10 years ago would have said like 69 Camaro. That is not my current modern day stance. The current modern day stance is, I think it's Charger. The plum crazy purple Charger. I don't remember what year, but if you showed it to me, I could absolutely tell you that is the one. Boy, you got a lot of questions. You're a legend. 22. If the guy from the Matrix came up to you and offered the blue pill or the red pill, what would you choose? I think the red pill makes you go in and like discover real life. That one. Whatever Neo took, that's what I would do. 23. IDK. Favorite Minecraft block to build with? Probably quartz. Make a nice little modern house. 100%. 24. If you could pick any other game to play on the channel and it does just as well as Zombies, what game would you play? Probably Minecraft, bro. I think it would be Minecraft. Like it's an exciting game. I just like it. Even though it's boring, it's exciting. You can just do anything. 24. Are you excited for any new movies coming out this year? Yes. Nobody 2. Bob Odenkirk, the guy from Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad. I just saw Nobody 1. I actually really enjoyed it, so I am looking forward to Nobody 2. I actually just saw Sinners as well with Michael B. Jordan. Very weird movie, but it was good. It was a good movie. 25. Would you ever start doing YouTube full time? You know, if I was able to, absolutely. Like if it actually made sense and I could take care of myself, absolutely. There's no way I could do that currently. It would take a lot more views and a lot more subs. But if that day ever came, I would 100% do it. 26. Do you like the way your YouTube career is going? Absolutely. It's very slow. Like we've been growing very slow and steady. But realistically, if you would have asked me 2 years ago, I would have never said we would get to 10,000 subs. So I am very grateful and very blessed to even make it this far. So yeah, absolutely. Very happy. 27. I'm out of ideas. Recently started drinking energy drinks. If you do, what is your go-to? So I stopped, but my go-to back in the day was a white Monster. Absolutely. Almost no calories. Tasted like great acid. I loved it. 28. Favorite restaurant? Sub question of this one, what is your favorite fast food joint? Favorite restaurant? It would be, I can't even say it. I can't say it because it would give away like where I live. Like really give away where I live. It's a very local Mexican joint. It's brand new. Delicious food. Very expensive, but delicious. And favorite fast food? I don't know if you would consider Chipotle fast food, but I'm going Chipotle. And if you're sticking to a drive-through, probably Waterburger. Yeah, probably Waterburger. 29, would you consider playing horror games on the second channel? Absolutely. I think it would be more enjoyable with a face cam. So the day that I decide to do that, I would definitely bring some horror games onto the channel. That would be so much fun. All right, 30. I think this is the last one. Unfortunately, I'm out of questions. Out of time. Pick any game you would love to wake up and be in. Oh, buddy. That's crazy. I mean, if I die in the game, would I die in real life? That's a question. It would probably be like a military game. Like Arma or Battlefield or something like that. If I didn't die. If this was like my new life, it'd probably be 2K. NBA 2K for sure. Out of time, gotta go run to get dinner. Well, you're a legend. Thank you so much for the questions. 30 freaking questions, dude. That's crazy. Next, we bin bob be weeby, whatever that is. Why don't you use a face cam in your videos? Also, have you considered doing a weekly stream instead of an upload? Yes. I have considered streaming. I would love to do it in the near future. Facecam, I just like my privacy in general, but I'm opening up to the idea. I think it would be pretty cool just to you know, y'all know who I am. It would give you a better idea of what I look like, etc., etc. I think it'd be a cool idea. So maybe that'll happen. Cole8305. Does Banana Tower haunt your dreams? Abso-freaking-lutely. It definitely does. Talent Kid 234. What is your annual salary? That is a great question. I don't know if I want to give away my annual salary. I'll say this. I'm 28 years old. I'm a single man. I've been working with the same company for 8 years, and I just bought my first home. My second home, technically. I've lived with my brothers before, so I just bought my second home, and I live alone. I live in a great area. I love that. I'm not rich by any means. I'm not trying to dance around this question either. I just think it's kind of private in a way. But yeah, I'm very blessed, very grateful with how much money I make. Like I said, I'm not rich, I'm not wealthy, but I'm doing just fine. And yeah, I hope that clarifies for you. Next, X Bismo. Ooh, he's very curious. What is your favorite movie? My favorite movie is either Pain and Gain or End of Watch. I love both of those movies. Fantastic. If you haven't seen them, go check it out. MK4544. What is life like in America? Is the quality of life there truly as good as the world makes it out to be? Or is it the opposite and everything is bad as Americans themselves say? Oh, this is a great question. I would love to dive into this. This might get a little, like, opinionated, so don't hate me. What is life like in America? I'll tell you what, my life in America is great. It's phenomenal. I am a single man, living great. I have a house. I have family nearby. I have siblings. Like, life is great. I got friends. I got everything. I am very blessed. Like I said, I make a decent amount of money so I can survive. Not everyone in America can. So, you know, if you don't, it's unfortunate. You just don't make enough to survive and live a sustainable lifestyle. You know, that's definitely a thing. Is the quality of life truly good as the world makes it out to be? So again, this kind of depends. I would argue my life is I'm very blessed. I like my life a lot. You know, the medical system in America, whichever way you swing, whichever party you're in, it's kind of weird. You know, it's not very great. You know, if you have an emergency and you don't have insurance, you basically, I mean, I don't really know for a fact, but you can basically like go bankrupt from medical bills, or you just don't pay them and you lose your credit score. I think that's how that works. So yeah, it's tough to say. It's tough to give like a blanket answer. There's a lot of areas, just like in everywhere else in the world, there's a lot of areas in America you don't want to be. Southside Chicago, Compton, a lot of places in New York nowadays. Like, you just don't want to be there because the crime is bad, you know, just like London. There's a lot of stabbings in London, right? So yeah, in my opinion, America is a great place to be. I understand we get a lot of hate. I understand our news and our political system is very weird. Our news is corrupt. It's it's basically YouTube. It's just click on this article, you know? But in general, I think America is a very great place. And I think a lot of people think Americans are like very self-centered. We only care about America. If there's a problem somewhere else, who cares? We're America. You know, I think 99% of Americans don't think that way. I think y'all see like the mainstream news people say that stuff, and we kind of get a bad rap. So I would say if you don't like America, or, you know, whatever, just give it a second thought. You know, we're all people, just like everyone in every other country is people. It's just kind of a tough question to answer, but in general, America's great. In general, life in America, the quality of life is great. The opportunity, the potential to make money and live the American dream. So yeah, I like the question though. I'm a big fan of the question, and I'm curious where you're from. If you're watching this, let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. Oh, you got a few questions. Okay, here we go. More questions. Can you give advice on starting a YouTube channel, how to edit videos, what software you use for recording, etc.? So yes, starting a YouTube channel, I would say start it because you enjoy doing it, not because you want to become a YouTuber. Like I said, YouTube as a whole is going to be way more work than you expect it to be. It's basically going to be another full-time job on top of anything you're already doing. So if you work or if you're a student, it's going to be a lot of work. So I would say if you really enjoy what you're trying to do, give it a shot. But you will need to treat it like a job in some cases. So that's kind of my best advice. How to edit videos. Honestly, you just do it. You know, you just do it. You look up tutorials. You eventually get better, and that kind of sticks with you. And I use OBS, Open Broadcast Software, for recording. Next, will you ever beat El Gaming Tower solo? I would love to. It's gonna be hard. I would love to keep trying. But yeah, I would love to. Let's see if we can make it happen. That's actually a map I want to live stream. That is a map I would want to live stream. I'd get tips from you guys in live real time. I think that would be so much fun. Can you give advice on how to talk to women? Great question. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into this. So a lot of it is your appearance. Like, I'm just going to be blunt and honest. A lot of it is appearance. You have to look relatively attractive. So if you're very overweight, probably not helping you. If you have crooked teeth, that's probably not helping you. If you're receding hairline, you know, either shave it or get fake hair. I know this is easier said than done, but those are all things that aren't helping you. So I would say be confident in yourself, you know, pick yourself up, like work out, make sure you look good, make sure you smell good, and then just be confident. I think that's the best way to go about it. Next, did you ever go snowboarding? If so, what's that like? Absolutely. I love snowboarding. I go every single year, and it is extremely fun. It's hard if you're not used to it. If you've never done it before, it's pretty difficult. But once you kind of get used to it and have done it for a few years, it is an extremely good time. Next, have you ever thought about live streaming? Yes, I have. Absolutely. Next, can you drop your workout routine for us if you work out and maybe show how a beginner can gain muscle? You know, I could drop my split. I could drop like what I do every single day as far as body part. I don't have like a strict like machine reps routine that I go by because I've been doing this for like 10 years now. Yeah, I don't know. Fun fact, I actually started a fitness channel like 8 years ago and I just didn't stick to it because I was lazy, I guess. But fun fact, I tried to be a fitness YouTuber before I started gaming YouTuber. So fun fact for everybody. But yeah, if I can remember, I'll stick something up on the screen, just telling you what I hit every single day. Maybe that'll help. And last but not least, maybe Aries Blade, you got some cheese I can eat? Man, I don't. I wish I did. And let me see. I think I had some extra Q&A questions come in. I did. There's one more. Lastly, Xenov98. I have question. Why you hate Mule Kick so much? Every time you see Mule Kick, you always say, a Mule Kick, I won't pick you. Just curious. Good question. The reason is most of the maps that I play are very hectic and crazy. And you have to like spam the reload cancel to kill the zombies without dying. If you get Mule Kick, you cannot do that any longer. So it ends up killing you. Also, when you go down and then you get back up, you lose a gun. And sometimes if you're not paying attention, you could lose your really good gun. So there's a lot of variables. That's really the main reason. I just like having the ability to reload cancel, and Mule Kick gets rid of that. So, oh, all right, boys. We had one more question. Well, a couple more questions come in from Storm54. Got a few questions. Question 1, did you do any education further than high school? And if so, what did you study? Yes, I went to college in Texas, here locally. Went to the University of North Texas in Denton, and I originally studied computer science to be a programmer, type code all day. Ended up not liking that, ended up failing a lot of math classes, so I ended up going to business instead. Question 2, what made you land on zombies as a as a content creator and not some other game? It was between Warzone and Zombies, and me and the buddies were playing Zombies at the time. Also, I have loved Call of Duty Zombies ever since it first came out, so it just felt right. I really enjoy the game, so I figured why not. And question 3, what keeps you so engaged with your community? You always make sure we are heard and we feel seen. What motivates you mostly? Good question. I consider this YouTube channel like a blessing. Like, not everyone can do YouTube. Not everyone has the means. Even if someone does try it, a lot of times it doesn't find any success whatsoever. And the fact that we're almost at 10,000 subs really, to me, is a blessing. The fact that you guys watch, the fact that you guys enjoy it, really means a lot. So I really do appreciate you guys. We got the members of the channel. Shout out to all of you guys. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm doing my part. I feel like it would be a disrespect to you guys if I didn't show that appreciation back to you. So that's really the main reason. I really do appreciate you guys. Y'all are all legends. So yeah, that's the reason. Thank you for the questions. All right, boys, that is every question I had. Thank you guys so much for asking. I hope I answered your questions to the best of my ability. Thank you guys so much for the support. The fact that you guys are responding and communicating and are actually genuinely curious is so cool to me. That we have this community of almost 10,000 subs. I can't believe that. That is crazy. Get us to 10K subs. That would be so cool. But seriously, thank you guys so much. I really hope y'all enjoyed the Q&A video. If you did, drop a like. I hope most of y'all are subscribed. Let me know in the comments, what do you want to see next? Tower maps, crazy maps, Easter egg maps, whatever it is, let your boy know. But again, I hope you enjoyed. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.